Hello and welcome into Yost Ice Arena here in Ann Arbor. I'm Theo Shernoff, joined by Jack Dolan. We're about to witness a game between the number 8 ranked Michigan Wolverines and the visiting Wisconsin Badgers. Jack, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, and I'm hoping this Michigan team is feeling just as well. Coming off their third straight shutout loss. It's not looking too great for the number 8 ranked team right now. Hopefully they'll be able to bounce back.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Michigan scoreless in the last 10 periods. The first time that they've gotten swept scoreless in 3 straight games since World War II, 1942. They are on a cold streak, to say the least. It's hard to win games when you do not put the puck in the net. They have lost 3 straight, 2 to the number 1 overall team, Minnesota. That's not that embarrassing, but then they dropped last night against these same Badgers, 4-0. What do they need to do tonight to turn around? How do they get that offense going?
From what I saw, it looked like a lot of, the defense is the best a good defense is the best offense, and that's what these Wolverines need to focus on. From what I saw, it looked like there was a lot of defensive mistakes, some turnovers that should not have happened that led directly to goals, and I really think focusing on that defensive zone, making sure there's no stupid mistakes, making sure they play plain, simple hockey, fast hockey, is what's going to get them through to the offensive zone, and then hopefully they can carry over some good momentum.
I think it's special teams, right? Last night we saw Wisconsin score twice on a power play, once shorthanded. Michigan's power play didn't produce any goals. They let up a goal. To be -1 on your own power plays, that's not a recipe for success. And then also the penalty kill broke. It's been a decent penalty kill so far this year. 177 is the opponent's score percentage on that kill, but Wisconsin broke through twice. One a little fluky, one late in the game. I'll give them that, but they need to lock up those special teams and then execute well in the 5-on-5. They got to turn it around tonight.
Yeah, I think those special teams especially are something they can really focus on, especially since a lot of times teams get momentum from their bad power plays or their bad penalty kills. Not to personalize it, but the Bruins have had a terrible power play this season, and they've sort of turned it around because of it. I think they've sort of focused on it, and it's helped them a lot.
We're going to step aside for the national anthem. We'll be right back. Starting lineups have been announced. The anthem has been sung. We are getting ready for puck drop in Ann Arbor. Wolverines, number 8 ranked, had a great start to the season. Good start to Big Ten play even. Started 4-0 in Big Ten play. dropped their last 3. Wisconsin, on the other hand, on the up and up, had a good last 7 games or so. Should they win tonight, they might enter the AP poll. Although their record isn't amazing, their losses have come in overtime, which does count for a lot of points in the Big Ten.
Certainly something to take note of. These are teams, this Wisconsin team especially, one that is resilient throughout the regular period of play. Sure, those overtime losses, it's still a loss to that team. That's still going to hurt. But point to point, and they'll take what they can get, especially trying to claw back from what I'm sure they think is a bit of a slower start to the season.
Starters taking the ice. We are just seconds away from puck drop. There is a loud Children of Yost student section, a full Michigan band. Crowd is filling up. Even in this pre-holiday weekend, the Go Blue faithful still representing at Yost Ice Arena.
You love to see it. I was really expecting a quieter crowd, but that is a full student section.
It'll be Owen Lindmark, the captain for the Badgers, facing off with Keenan Draper for the Wolverines, and Lindmark wins the face-off. Badgers dump it in around on the boards, controlled by Truscott, tries to get it to Estapa, can't. Intercepted. Mellenbacher now with his back against the boards. Gathered out at the point. Is it Dexheimer? Dexheimer at the net. Shot by the Badgers. Scholes gets blocked away by Corpy. Corpy controls it. Out to the Badgers again at the point. Scholes. Cross to Dexheimer. Throws a puck deep. Truscott fighting over to Estapa. The Wolverines finally get a clearance. The clearance goes right to a Badger, though. The Badgers will get a change off. Corpy controls it behind his net. Now Draper behind the net. Shadowed by Fitzgerald. Draper still cutting. Finds Hage. Wolverines dump it in the zone. Shifsky gets a stick on it. Behind the Wisconsin net is the tender, Scarfany. Now around Wisconsin goes on the attack. Controlled by Corpy behind the net. Backhands it over to Werner. Nice little pass to Hage. Out to center ice. Shifsky across the blue line. Pulls it back. Throws a puck on net. Gets deflected away by Scarfany. Shifsky now. Up on the boards. Can't control it. Goes out to center ice. The Wolverines have it. Rio Mullen brings it in himself, the defenseman. Hage gets a puck on net. Blocked by the pad of Scarfany. Badgers quick the other way. Morrissey can't find the cutting Mosley. Into the front of the net. Finley has 2 looks on net. Can't deliver. First one was blocked. Second one missed. Now Haiti and Finley fighting right now. Badgers out to the point. Throw a puck towards the net. Goes high in the air. Hits the netting above the boards behind the net. And out of bounds will reset with a face-off.
Certainly looks like that Michigan defense is going to need to be the team that steps up. Just about 4 or 5 scoring chances there for the Badger in the first less than 2 minutes of this game. Something needs to change from my eyes.
4 shots on net in a 1 minute and 54 seconds. Still scoreless, but Badgers come out with force. Wolverines card 2 of their own as well. Puck is dropped. Badgers almost win the faceoff. Wolverines come away with it. Whitelaw to Hughes. Back to Whitelaw, who controls it into open ice. Sends it into the zone. Not icing. He was over the line. Halem up against the boards, fighting with 2 Badgers. Puck is at a dead standstill right now. 2 Badgers there, and it's Jackson Halem for the Wolverines. Goes around, controlled by the Badgers. Horbach for Wisconsin. There's going to be a penalty called as the puck was up against the boards. Horbach had his back to 2 Wolverines. It looked like it's going to go on TJ Hughes for the Wolverines. A brutal call in the Michigan offensive zone that you don't want to see early on.
Certainly not how they wanted to start this game. This penalty kill is going to have to be huge if they want to find their way back into this game. It's been a very Badger-heavy game so far.
Estapa and Morrissey will face off in the Wolverine defensive zone. Puck is dropped, controlled by Wisconsin, but out to center ice. They'll have to re-enter the zone. Wolverines on the penalty kill. Pretty successful so far. A 17% goal rate for their opponents. Quinn Finley, the Wisconsin star, in. Tries to go long side, can't. Misses right. Controlled by Scarfini behind his own net. Badgers load up an attack. Cutting into the zone is Laskowski, and they will be called offsides. Poor entry into the zone, and Wolverines will get a bailout face-off up top out of the blue line.
Not too bad for the Wolverines so far. I had a few clears, good defensive play, keeping that shot from the Badgers to the outside, making sure it missed the net.
Last night, Finley and Kukkonen pocketed goals on the power play. Love to see the Wolverines shut that one down tonight. Estapa on another face-off, this time with Lindmark. Lindmark wins it. Fitzgerald over to Hensler. Badgers enter the zone. Goes around the boards to Lindmark. Hensler keeps the puck in behind the Wolverine net. Shadowed by Duke is Dick. Edwards, Duke, Dick, and Kukkonen fighting for the puck. Wolverines come out with it. Shifsky has 3 shorthanded goals on the year. Has a 1-on-3. Will slow things down and go around the boards to Draper, who's actually wide open on the offensive end. Loses his footing, falls down, and now he has to get back as the Badgers have a 5-on-3 on offense in transition. Dick enters the zone to Lindmark. Back to Kukkonen. Draper's back in position, fighting. Goes to Truscott, who gets a clear off, almost on net. Scarfini controls it. 40 seconds left on the Wisconsin power play. 16 minutes left in this first period. Quinn Finley up to Morrissey. Back to Finley. Badgers enter the zone. Good crossing pass by Finley. No Badger on the other side to receive it. Wolverines get a clearance. Ernest would have been offsides had Halen been able to corral it. He couldn't. Badgers back the other way. Morrissey finds a cutting Badger. Mosley can't control it, though, and it's back out. Another clearance. 7 seconds left on the power play. Wolverines are going to get a kill. Power play is officially over. Hughes re-enters the ice, but Badgers re-enter the offensive zone. Finley, a good crossing pass. Duke got a stick on it and deflected it away as Sawyer Scholl ran into the Wolverines' net and knocked it out of place. Wolverines get a kill and slow down the Wisconsin attack. The net has to be put back in place, but 0-0 early on.
Really great penalty kill there by the Wolverines. Lots of clearing attempts, no stick handling at the blue line, no nonsense like that. A little bit of offense even, which is good to see from this team, especially with how they've been playing recently.
Page and Scholl fight for the faceoff. Badgers win yet again. They're winning the faceoff battle early on. Puck goes around the boards. Duke and Scholl fighting for it. And the Wolverines clear the zone. Shifsky wins the battle for the puck, and Wolverines the other way. Ethan Edwards fires a puck towards the goal, got deflected, and it'll go out of play for another resetting face-off.
Wolverines looking like they're starting to get some momentum going, especially from that defensive zone looking a lot better. But even so, that transition offense is going to be everything for this team. A little bit of a high shot there, but pucks on net is all they need.
Hughes battles for the faceoff, but Wisconsin looked like they left a little early. Hughes and Lindmark. Lindmark, the captain for the Badgers. Hughes, an alternate captain for the Wolverines, and Lindmark wins yet again. Wolverines need to corral a faceoff or two here. Haiti on defense. Smashes Mellenbacher. It goes right to Lindmark, though, who fires a shot high of the net, and it bounces around back to the Wisconsin defensive zone. Now to center ice. Mellenbacher dumps a puck in. Wolverines control it behind the net. Haiti to Halem. Hughes now. Halem again. Cuts. Can't find a teammate. Gets deflected. Dexheimer now behind his own net. A little bit of a misplay, and Scarfini just has to fall on the puck. Dexheimer couldn't get a clearance and couldn't even find another Badger. Scarfini had to just put his glove on the puck as it went right in front of him and avoid any further damage.
Good offensive pressure there, which is going to be a big part of this game, I think. Wisconsin defense has been excellent so far. Starting to show some cracks here because of this Wolverine offense.
Tanner Rowe cannot win the faceoff. Badgers win. What is that, a 5th straight faceoff? Now Fitzgerald in open ice. Can't get a good clearance. Humphreys to Daskis. Daskis on the attack. Goes around to Orico. Orico, high pass into the center ice. Hits Rowe in the chest and falls down. He did not look ready for that. Scholes battling in his own defensive zone. Puck is still in neutral ice. Truscott throws a puck way in, and the Wolverines have a 5-man change. The other way go the Badgers. Morrissey on the prowl against Rio Mullen. Tyler Duke tries to clear it up. Can't. Puck gets blocked. Duke battling in the corner with Mosley. Duke comes away with the puck. Lifts the puck out to center ice. Evan Werner, who had the night off last night, is on the attack. Gets to the puck, and Michigan retains the offensive zone. Now they don't. Now Badgers the other way. Quinn Finley to Morrissey. Tries to center a pass to Phelan. Can't. Now Wolverines might have numbers. Shifsky tries to swoop the puck past the Badger defender. Couldn't. Got it intercepted. Now Badgers dump a puck in, and Finley is on the prowl again. Ethan Edwards from behind his own net controls it. Gets tripped in open ice. No call. Now there is a call. Wolverines have a penalty looming. Dump a puck in. That's not what you want to do when you have a penalty looming. The keeper, the tender, Corpy, had left the ice to bring a 6th attacker on, and Werner just dumped a puck in. Didn't take advantage of that one.
Yeah, certainly some positives and negatives to that sort of play, but, you know, Wolverine power play all the sooner. Not too bad of a deal. This could be big for this game. If they could get even just shots on net, could sort of shift the momentum towards a Wolverine offense that could get them going.
Wolverines up a man. Wisconsin wins the first face-off. I've said that one before. Puck goes all the way back to Corpy. Truscott from behind his own net. Jukes out a Wisconsin defender. Puck gets dropped back to Hage. They like to have Hage cross the blue line. He does just that and is trapped in the corner by Wisconsin defenders. Puck is up for grabs, but in the Michigan offensive zone. Wisconsin trying to waste precious seconds of this power play. Goes around the boards. Truscott keeps the zone. Crucial save by Jacob Truscott. Werner now. Back to the point to Truscott. Back to Werner. Left wing. Into the middle. Hughes has a shot. Another shot. No! Hage now a chance. No! Blocked 3 times by Scarfini. Werner a shot. No! Hits the boards. Wisconsin gets a clear. 4 great looks for these Wolverines in the power play. That's what you're talking about, Jack.
Miracle there for Wisconsin. They didn't get away.
Edwards now. Shouted by 3 defenders. Gets it into the zone. Wisconsin looking for a clear. Goes around the boards right to Humphreys. Michigan now. Shifsky in the slot. Back out to Humphreys. Edwards at the point. Down low to Whitelaw. Shifsky has space. Turns. Fires. No good. 28 seconds left on this power play. Hughes. Edwards back at the point. Whitelaw fires in. Blocked by Scarfini. Whitelaw again. Gets his own rebound. Across to Humphreys. Humphreys looking for an open man. Edwards top. Slap shot no good by Whitelaw. Scarfini is everywhere. Wolverines looking for 1 goal to open the floodgates. Edwards back to Whitelaw. Another shot. No, wide. And the puck leaves the zone. Wisconsin is back to full strength. They get a kill, but a good sign for Michigan as they got good looks on net in the power play. Both sides at full strength. Draper for the Wolverines dumps a puck in. Draper, Daskis, and Ernestine chase after it. Rio Mullen. Nice little soft touch pass to Daskis. Can't find him. Mellenbacher the other way for the Badgers. Crosses the blue line. Cuts in. Now he's behind the net. Puck's in the middle of the zone, and Rio Mullen comes out and across ice to Duke. Duke goes behind his own net to Rio Mullen. Mullen, nice pass to center ice. Ernest gets a stick on it, dump it in, and both sides will change. 9:55 left in this first period. Long string of action here. A misplay by Wisconsin. Halem has it in the offensive zone. Halem attacking the net. Can't find another Wolverine. Badgers get a bailout off of a poor decision in their own defensive zone. They still have not cleared the zone. Now they do to Dick. Scholl couldn't get momentum. Whitelaw back on the ice. A big contributor to the power play that couldn't result in a goal. Drops it back to the point to Truscott. Back to Whitelaw. Back to Truscott. Tries a slap shot. Shatters his stick. Badgers the other way. Thankfully, Whitelaw recovers it in neutral ice. Truscott gets a new stick. With a new stick, he's on the ice and clears it out of his defensive zone. Scholl now on offense for the Badgers. Misplays the puck and has to send it around the boards. Whitelaw takes a hit on defense as he was going for a hit himself. Behind the boards are the Badgers. Kerr and Truscott. Mosley's there. Orico's there. Puck escapes and Halem has it. Sends it high out to center ice. Morrissey crosses the blue line. Puck goes on net. Swiped away by Corpy's stick. Dexheimer can't keep the zone for the Badgers. He has to drop it back. And then Morrissey fires one in across diagonally. Hits the boards. And now the Wolverines get another clearance. Dexheimer behind his own net. Badgers looking for an attack. Michigan has the momentum right now. Interesting touch pass from Dexheimer. Couldn't find a Badger defender. Duke corrals it. Now to Edwards. Edwards. Werner. Slows things down and reverses. Now Edwards has some space. Sees white ice in front of him. Nice little pass to Shifsky. Shifsky gets a puck on net. Another one. No good. Blocked by Scarfini short side. Now Haiti throws it on goal. Gets by Scarfini, but just wide. Shifsky fighting. Drops it back to the center. No Wolverine was there in the slot. Good opportunity, though. Hage wants the puck quickly. Corpy gets it to him. Hage. Nice pass through the middle to Estapa. Estapa gets it into the zone. Ernest goes cross diagonally. Draper's there. Shot. Deflected. Blocked. Haiti lays down the hammer on offense, and Estapa comes out with the puck. Now the Badgers get a clearance, and it goes to the Wolverine defensive zone. Fantilli, the extra skater, on tonight. He's in. Ernestie's going to cross the line. Gets a puck into the center. Wolverines are there. They cannot get a stick on it. That was a great opportunity. Now Kukkonen on the attack against Rio Mullen. Rio Mullen gets a good clearance to Fantilli, and Fantilli clears the zone. Dexheimer for the Badgers has it in his own defensive zone, and the Badgers get the puck deep and change. Truscott. Truscott, good clearance to Whitelaw. Halem now at center ice, sends a puck in towards the net. Scarfini gets a stick on it. Hughes is in pursuit. Under 6 minutes left in this first period. We still have not had the under 10-minute timeout. Dick into Scholl. Scholl sends one behind the Wolverine net. Now into the middle. Dick tried a centering pass. Got blocked. Good defense by Truscott. Great shift. Whitelaw turned back for attackers. Couldn't find any. Hughes for the Wolverines. Back to the point for Edwards. Edwards around the boards. Long pass. Couldn't find Duke. Now Hughes emerges from it with it. Out to the left corner. Couldn't find Hage in the center, and Wisconsin gets a clearance. They get an entire change off, and Edwards tries for a quick entry. Shifsky couldn't get his stick on it, and it goes for icing, but that is a break for both sides, the first one in a long time.
I was getting worried about your voice there. You're probably starting to dry up. That was a great little period of play for the Michigan Wolverines, though. quite a good bit of offense, some really great offense at that, some great defense. They've shifted this game to in their favor.
Wolverines up 10-5 in shots. 5:05 left in the first period. There's no timeout. Team's right back at it. Michigan finally wins a face-off, but then Wisconsin gets the puck right back. Morrissey pressed up by Edwards. Edwards escapes with the puck. Tushevsky still in the Wolverine defensive zone. No clearance yet. Duke handles out of the zone across the blue line and then tries to get the puck up to Hage, but it's deflected by Badgers. Lotch for the Badgers. Gets it to Morrissey. Morrissey crosses center ice and flings the puck in deep. Edwards, nice pass off the boards to Ernest. Ernest cross ice. Fantilli handles through the center ice. Throws a puck on net. Scarfini saves it. It's another shot. Hage keeps the zone. Now sends the puck in deep and changes himself. Estapa tried to go around the net and pocket in the corner, couldn't. Ernest. Back to Fantilli. Truss got a slap shot. No good. Draper's in pursuit. Another shot. Can't go off the boards. Around again. Draper drops it deep in the zone. Estapa fighting behind the net. Fighting with care for the Badgers. Wolverines emerge with a puck and misplayed by Fantilli. Puck goes deep into the Wolverines' defensive zone. Both sides will change. Fantilli loading up behind his own net. Looking for a teammate to advance the puck to. Riom Mullen, the 17-year-old, gets the puck deflected into the center ice. Rowe runs into Daskus, 2 Wolverines, but then they enter the zone. Humphreys, a backhanded cross. Riom Mullen sends a shot towards the net, and it's deflected by the Badgers. Riom Mullen again enters. Shot just high. Hits the back wall. Riom Mullen again in the left corner. Pulls it back out and drops to Humphreys. Humphreys fires a puck towards the net. No good. Now Kukkonen. Good leading pass to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, a shot towards the net. Blocked by the pads of Corpy. Wisconsin had a little leak-out chance. Humphreys will send one way deep. Wolverines get a 5-man change as Badgers control the puck behind their net. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first period. Puck is just floating at center ice. Haiti comes out with it for Michigan. Enters the zone to Halem. Halem tries a backhanded cross. Can't. Whitelaw. Good through puck to Edwards. Edwards gets it stick poked away. Goes out to center ice. Haiti enters the zone for Michigan. And he was just behind the center line. Will be called for icing.
Really great offensive play on both sides of the puck here. Still, I think the Wolverines have the upper hand right now, despite the sort of one-for-one shots they traded in that little period of play. Wisconsin, not bad by any means either, but certainly paling in comparison to the Blue right now.
Be a face-off in the Wolverines' defensive zone. Hughes and Morrissey. Hughes wins the face-off to Edwards. Edwards clears the defensive zone. Whitelaw tries a backhanded through pass, can't get through. Finley now, you can tell when he has the puck, he's just faster than people. On the attack, shouted by Haiti. Haiti pins him up against the boards, and Hughes clears the zone. Michigan changes. Badgers don't. Badgers enter the zone. Now a few will change. Fantilli to Edwards behind their own net. Back to Fantilli. Fantilli into center ice to Werner. Werner cuts into the Wisconsin zone. Shifsky back to Werner. Ooh, had a chance. Couldn't get a stick on it, but Werner's first to the puck as it's up against the boards. Now Werner pinned down by Wisconsin, by Phelan, and Wisconsin out, but it will be called for icing as they did not cross the center line before flinging it into the zone. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. Jack, what can you say about the Wisconsin defenders who are blocking the Wolverine shots?
I mean, they're just sacrificing their bodies completely. They understand that right now the Wolverines have the upper hand in terms of, offensive flow, stuff like that. They understand that they have to put their bodies on the line to make this work for their team. Their goalie has been saving stuff, but they just want to help him out as much as they can, and they've been doing a great job.
Quick shot off of a face-off by Edwards, saved and corralled by Scarfini. Wolverines won a face-off and then a quick shot on net, and there will be a timeout on the ice. 1:07 left in the first period. Still zeros. Wisconsin 6 shots, Wolverines 12.
Yeah. I mean, what a game for Scarfini so far. Facing 12 shots, not letting anything pass. Nothing really even close, at least on his fault. Badger defense has been a little shaky at sometimes. Looks like they're beginning to settle down more. And this Michigan offense, while they're continuing to buzz, is sort of settling in. They had a few quick bursts of energy, and I think that's really all they needed to get their flow going. They really look a lot better than they have in their past 3 games.
It's still got to be so hard, though. You have energy, and you can't pocket the goal in the net. 10 periods. They're 1 minute away from 11 straight periods of scoreless hockey. What do you tell your team? How do you keep them motivated?
Shots on net, pucks in deep, all the hockey monikers. I've played for 16, 17 years of my life. I can guarantee you every single player on that bench believes they're the biggest loser on that bench. They want to be the person to go get that goal, and they're going to try their hardest to do that. We've seen shots from the defense, the offense. It's just, you need a little bit of everything from everyone if you want to get this going, especially after such a dry spell.
Wolverines have had a few good offensive zone possessions where they've retained the puck. That's something I've been looking for, especially last night. They had only real transition looks, which are great, but no sustained possession, getting the Wisconsin defense tired, long shifts. They've had that tonight. That might come into their favor later in the game. Wisconsin wins the faceoff as we reopen play. Fitzgerald's into center ice. Draper now fighting for it, and Tyler Duke for the Wolverines emerges. Crossing pass into center ice, gets deflected back to Ethan Edwards. To Draper. Badgers in their own defensive zone, clear it. A nice through pass to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald was just offsides. Scholl sends a nice little floater into Fitzgerald, who was behind the Michigan defense, but that was only because he was a few steps in front of the blue line when that pass was sent in. Certainly
would have been a momentum killer for Michigan, though. He looked pretty ready to score on that one.
Page and Morrissey on the faceoff, and Badgers win. Scholes sends a puck in deep for Wisconsin. Kukkonen fighting with Truscott, the Wolverine captain. Werner emerges from the pack. Drops it back to Fantilli. Fantilli to Werner at center ice. Kukkonen controls it. Badgers enter the zone. Morrissey to Mosley. Truscott cuts off Morrissey, controls the puck, and gets it over to Shifsky, who has space in front of him to clear. Shifsky stick handles. Goes around Dexheimer, and it's shot in front of the goal, no good. A very good look. Shifsky sent it a great cross as time expired, and Truscott had a chance in front of the net. Went high, so did the glove of Scarfini, and Tommy Scarfini saves the day for the Badgers. Wolverines end another period scoreless. Their 11th straight, but a successful one at that. They lead the shots game 14-6.
Totally. Definitely Michigan's game right now. Neither team has really been doing anything bad. The only thing I could possibly say is that Michigan's offensive pressure has been so good that we're starting to see cracks in the Wisconsin defense. I can't get my mind off that save by Scarfini. That's the kind of save that goalies dream of making, and they never really do. They always put the glove up there. They think, I'll try. That's not one they imagine they're going to save. What a great game for Scarfini so far. 14 shots, nothing allowed. That was the closest the Wolverines have come to scoring. and we're entering the second scoreless.
Shifsky had a chance, had the puck behind the net, sent a beautiful cross into the crease, and Truscott had a chance to pocket it high. Scarpini also saw that chance and denied that from happening, and we are at first intermission. We will be back in just about 9 minutes as we'll take a break along with the intermission. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Ann Arbor, Yost Ice Arena. Michigan had a better first period, but still scoreless. Jack, what'd you see out of the Wolverines in that first one?
I saw a team that didn't look like they had been scoreless for, 11 periods now? That looked like a very strong offensive period for these Wolverines. Same could be said for Wisconsin. Both teams had really great periods. I think Michigan definitely had a bit of an edge. They'll continue to have an edge. They haven't scored in 11 periods now. I think if they can carry over that momentum, they'll definitely get one. They had some really great chances. Realistically, some that should have gone in. Could certainly be like a 1-1, 1-0 sort of game right now. I think it's definitely being played like that. Both these teams have a lot of momentum. They're not giving up anything easy on the defensive side of the puck, but they're very strong offensively.
Scarfini has been the star so far. 14 saves tonight to go on to his plenty last night. Second period getting set to resume here. Wolverines, 225 minutes without a net crossing the goal line. You're not going to win very many games if you don't score for 11 periods, let alone 225 minutes and counting. Opening face-off, battled for and controlled by Wisconsin. Schultz enters the zone for the Badgers. Behind the Wolverine net, Draper pressuring. Coming away with it is Horbach. Horbach fires a shot. Corralled by Corpy, and now there's a scruffle in front of the net. Corpy gathered the puck. Horbach attacked him, and now Wolverines coming to the defense of their goalie. There will be plenty of roughing penalties, I can promise you that much. Just 25 seconds into the period, and all 10 players on the ice are at the throats of each other. We will see what the result of this one is. The refs have a lot to discuss. 19 seconds of the period. A shot on net.
That's it?
Just slashing?
Wow. All right. Well, you could certainly sense something like that coming. Really thought some more would have come out of that than slashing, but, Wolverine power play now? I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but Wisconsin had a slash after Corpy got a save, and now the Wolverines go up 5-on-4. Chance to pocket one. They had a really successful first power play. No calls for after what happened after the play there. I don't mind that from the officials. Let the boys play. Wolverines control the faceoff. Werner to Hage, who gets his in-pass deflected, and now Wisconsin on the breakaway. Morrissey attacking Truscott. Truscott slows him down and pins him up against the boards. Coming out of it is Laskowski. And recovered by Truscott. 20 seconds already killed off this power play. Truscott now through the center ice. Back to Hage. Up to Werner, who drops it back to Hage. Cannot enter the zone. Mishandles the puck. A whole 40 seconds gone in this power play as Hage does enter the zone now. He is deep in the zone with the puck. Back to Halem. Out to the point to Hughes. Hughes behind the net to Halem. Backhands around, still controls it, dumps it off to Werner. Werner looking for someone in the slot. Can't. Back to Hage. Truscott at the point. Hage one more time. Fires a shot. Deflected. No. Covered up by Scarfini. Good look by Hage. He's frustrated with himself. He bangs the boards in disgust.
A little bit of traffic for that puck on the way to the net. Always helps with deceiving the goalie, but Scarfini continues to stand on his head for this Wisconsin team. Michigan currently more than double the shots than Wisconsin.
Michigan gets a line change off. New 5 on the ice. Shifsky will take the faceoff against Morrissey, who has to stay on the ice as that was a defensive zone faceoff. Wolverines win the power play out to Edwards at the point. Sends it cross side to Whitelaw, who retains the blue line. Whitelaw handles in deep and drops it back to Edwards. Across again to Humphreys. Back in front of the net. Shifsky with a shot. No! Just gets deflected out of play. And it'll be reset for a face-off. Went behind the net to Whitelaw. Out to Shifsky right in front of the net, who had a chance, but it went out of play. And the Badgers get a much-needed change.
It's been the story of all the shots for Michigan here. So close, yet no dice so far. Let's see if they can't find one here.
The same 5 remaining on the ice for the Wolverines. Lindmark will take the faceoff for the Badgers. Lindmark wins the faceoff, but it goes right back to Scarfini, who falls on the puck, and will do it again. 35 seconds left in this power play as Jack Horbach is in jail. Shifsky and Lindmark one more time. This time, Shifsky wins. Edwards to Humphreys. Cross, good pass to Whitelaw. Now Edwards fakes a one-timer. Back to Whitelaw. Edwards has it again. Swings to Humphreys. Back to Edwards. Whitelaw one more time. 20 seconds on the power play remaining. Whitelaw handles. Drops back to Edwards. One-timer. Oh, just misses wide. Scarfini blocked the 5-hole, and then a rebound attempt just missed wide. Edwards, Humphreys, cross to Whitelaw. Wisconsin back to full strength. Whitelaw back to Edwards. Horbach rushing back on defense. And we are at 5-on-5 play again. Horbach covers the puck, and Shifsky will bring it back out to center ice and then send one in deep as both sides needed a change. Wolverines couldn't capitalize on the power play, but again got a few very good looks. Wisconsin back on offense. Quinn Finley attacking the puck. Rio Mullen stops him. Oh no, puck right in front of the net. Off the blocker of Corpy. Now Dexheimer throws one on. Blocked by Rio Mullen. Wolverines clear. To center ice. Draper tries to control it. Can't. Fitzgerald fighting with Ernest. Mosley comes away with the puck for the Badgers. Scholes the other way. Sends a puck way deep to Corpy. Corpy trying to figure out what to do with it. Sends it high around the boards to Dexheimer for the Badgers. Dexheimer to Fitzgerald. Back. Nice through pass. But can't find a Badger. Wolverines clear to Daskus. Now Ernest has daylight. Ernest on the attack. Nice move in front of the net. Can't find the puck after he crossed over on Hensler. And now he's pressed up against the net. Number 6 against number 6. Hensler and Ernest in a battle for the puck. 16:23 left in the second period, and Quinn Finley emerges with it. Halem retains the zone, though. Ernest tries to send one to Hughes through pass. Hughes can't get there in time, but then recovers it off the boards. Gets smushed up against the wall, and puck goes around to the Badgers. Hughes took a beating. Looks a little shaken up, but Badgers quick the other way, dump in a puck, and they get a change off. Quick the other way is Hughes again. Back of the puck. That was offsides. Fantilli knew he crossed a little early and did, and the puck will come back outside to neutral ice.
A little bit of a step back from that Michigan power play. Not nearly as many shots, not nearly as many chances. Looked like they were a little too timid to me with the passing. I'm a big shots on net kind of guy. Could just be me, but so far they've had a lot of shots. That one just wouldn't go from.
Hage and Morrissey. On the faceoff, Morrissey corrals it for the Badgers. Kukkonen sends a puck deep, and Corpy controls it. Hands it off to his teammates, but then it's corralled by Badgers. Badgers looking for a cross. Well, cross goes behind the net. No one there, and Truscott recovers for the Wolverines. Goes off of a Badger defender, a Badger attacker, out into the Children of Yost student section, and they celebrate. The hockey student section, one of the best ones here for Michigan sports, consistently showing up. Some good heckling, good friendly heckling on the Wisconsin goalie and Wisconsin players, but they received a puck for all their duties. Wolverines out to center ice. Badgers get the puck back and send one in. Truscott. Oh, pass tried to go through the defensive zone, but it was hit another Wolverine attacker and couldn't get through. Now they clear it. Truscott in his own zone. Puck gets sent up to Werner, and Werner gets a stick on it, but it goes out of play as there was a double deflection, and it'll be a reset just outside the Wolverines' offensive zone. 15 minutes flat left in this second period, 0-0.
Both teams seem to have settled down a little bit. First period was quite fast. This one seems to have slowed down. Both teams certainly taking their time with the puck. More calm.
Draper wins the faceoff for Michigan. Duke. Nice touch pass to Estapu, who goes all the way around the boards. Now Ernest goes all the way back. And the puck goes out to central ice, and now Wisconsin's offensive zone. Mellenbacher on the attack, and he controls it to Morrissey. Gets a shot towards the net. It's deflected high. Fight for the puck on the close side boards. Hensler sends one on. Morrissey tried to get a tip on it. Couldn't. Wolverines can't clear the zone. Hensler sends it deep again. Now out to the middle, and it's cleared. Ernest again on the attack. Might have had a little space, but he's cut off by Care for Wisconsin. Wisconsin will set up an attack. Quinn Finley, the Islanders draft pick, the other way. Fantilli shields off Finley from getting his own puck. Daskis is there to help out for the Wolverines, but it's recovered by Mosley for Wisconsin. Mosley tries to pass it into Morris. He can't. Good tip out by Tanner Rowe. Tanner Rowe in pursuit of the puck. And it goes right to the center. Oh! Daskis might have had a chance if he could corral the puck. He just lost it. Goes high to Rowe. Rowe crosses it. No one there. Edwards on the attack. Mosley can't get a good stick on it. Whitelaw sends one across. Michigan on offense in the offensive zone for a little bit longer than Wisconsin wants right now. Halem tries to drop it back to Edwards. Can't. And Badgers do clear the zone, but Halem retains it for Michigan. He'll send a nice through pass into Hughes. Shot! No good. Edwards now flings one. And it goes behind the net. Whitelaw and Hughes in pursuit. Finley gets his stick on it. Can't clear, though. Now they do. Morrissey in transition. Working on Edwards. Edwards, good sound defense. Smushes him up against the boards. Edwards keeping him there. Not letting Morrissey see daylight. And Truscott emerges for the Wolverines. Halem cutting through the Wisconsin offensive ride. In goes Whitelaw. Sends a puck deep into the zone, and he'll change. Wisconsin controls it, though. Kukkonen fighting with Duke and Hughes. And now Botterill controls it for the Badgers. Finds a friend. Cutting through neutral ice is Scholes. Scholes sends one way deep. Rio Mullen has a poorly executed pass, and Wisconsin controls it in their offensive zone. Rio Mullen gets back on defense, and so does Shifsky. Shifsky takes a tumble. His stick is loose. He will pick it up, but Wisconsin has numbers. Hensler sends one in front of the net. Shot, no. Corpy with double saves and falls on the puck. The puck was lying in the crease. Wisconsin got some sticks on it, could not find netting.
Becoming pretty clear in this game that these teams do not really like each other, if you couldn't guess. A little bit of animosity, whatever. The play stops. Obviously crashing the net, that's going to come from that. But Wisconsin's starting to get a little chippy around the net front presence, maybe trying to gain some momentum, some chippiness, try and get Michigan to maybe take some penalties. They'd love to get a power play here.
Wolverines win the faceoff and control it out to neutral ice, and they lose control. A lot of mishaps in the neutral zone. Not the worst case scenario, but you'd like to be able to retain the puck as you're trying to enter the offensive zone. Fantilli behind his own net. Around to Estapa, who can't clear it. Badgers send one on. Pietila. Now Haiti controls it for Michigan. To Estapa now. Crosses into Draper. Draper tries a move, can't execute it. Fantilli now. Good backhanded pass off the boards to Draper. Enters the zone. Estapa might have been offsides, but he'll keep going anyway. Hensler for Wisconsin tries a full length of the ice pass to Horbach. Couldn't. Horbach loses his stick as Edwards lost an edge. Edwards for Michigan. Back out to Humphreys. Humphreys, cross pass through center ice. No one was there. Daskis fighting for it, and some weird execution there, as looks like someone might have been offsides. The puck was going crazy right around the blue line, and that can cause for some offsides play, and I think that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I wasn't really even sure what happened there. It looked a little funky. I thought Wolverines might have gotten a little offensive chance there, but blown dead, unfortunately.
Zeros here. 11 minutes remaining in this second period. Wolverines up 10 in the shots, 19-9. Edwards sends the puck in, and Wisconsin corrals it. Michigan couldn't get the puck deep into the zone. Now Wisconsin gets the puck deep into the zone. Quinn Finley fighting for it. Leads the Badgers in scoring. And there's a little fight as there was some shoving behind the net, and the net falls right in front of Cameron Corpy. The net is out of place. The red bar that we call the posted crossbar is flat on the ice. It went right over Corpy's head because there was some fighting behind the net, and they shoved it over him. That's a little scary sight to see.
Yeah, thankfully he was able to get a little replay on the scoreboard here. Oh yeah,
man, he kind of got trapped. If his
Yeah.
head was in a worse spot, that could have been dangerous. He got mouse trapped in the net, and there will be a reset of play.
Thankfully, Corpy continues to play well, and he is quite all right from that. Maybe a little shooken up, but sure, he'll shake it off.
Face-off in center ice. Dexheimer controls it for Wisconsin. Rio Mullen, the first one there for the Wolverines. Corrals it behind his own net. The little space to Halem. Halem cuts through his own zone to Duke in center ice, sends a puck deep. Halem's there. Halem's very quick player. Hughes finds Rio Mullen, tries to send a puck on, hits off of a skate of Kukkonen. Duke and Mellenbacher fighting for it, and Wisconsin emerges. They have a breakaway in front of the net. Shot, no, blocked. Corpy tried to go 5-hole. Now across, high crosses into the zone. Couldn't connect. Wisconsin has 6 men as there is a looming penalty. Puck goes out to center ice. The ref's right arm is in the air. There is a looming penalty. Michigan needs to just get their stick on a puck. Hensler brings it back towards his own zone. Wisconsin sets up for a 6-on-5 power play. And with another one coming, Wisconsin loses the puck, and Shifsky controls it, sends it in, and now Michigan will get whistled for a penalty. Slashing is the call for Michigan.
Possibly one of those tempers boiling over kind of penalties. As we saw from that little net incident, it looks like things are getting a bit scrappier. So we have a little mess up on the ice. One of the ice girls tripped and fell. But this could be huge for Wisconsin. This is a team, they've been trying to get things going in terms of the emotional side of the game, and it looks like it's starting to come through with a slashing penalty, something you don't normally see. You know, sometimes you can get them in normal state of play, but a lot of the times it's those little chippy hits where you don't think the ref is looking. He spots you, and you feel real stupid for doing it.
Tyler Duke gets the penalty. The Ohio State transfer, a nice little cross-rivalry transfer, but has a slashing penalty to give Wisconsin a power play. And Cameron Corpy and the Michigan penalty kill looking to execute. Maybe even get a shorty. You wouldn't mind that to break up this 236 minutes without scoring a goal. It's a long time to play hockey without accomplishing the goal of the game.
Cannot feel good for this team, but they're doing great offensively, so, you know.
19 shots for Michigan, 10 for Wisconsin, 9:42 left in the second period. Wisconsin on the power play. Puck set for faceoff in the Michigan defensive zone, and Wisconsin controls it. Dexheimer to Finley, back to Dexheimer, back to Finley on the right side. Dexheimer mishandles a pass. Zone is cleared. Michigan student section whooping. Dexheimer brings the puck up to Laskowski. Mosley sends a shot high, blocked by Corpy, blocker. Now Michigan controls it. Haiti around his own net to Truscott, tries to get there first and can't. He's pulled away by Morrissey. Goes out to the point to Laskowski. Back to Laskowski. To Morrissey on the right side. Cross ice pass to Finley, can't corral it. Now he dribbles in. Mosley, Dexheimer. Back to Finley, he's dangerous. Oh, in front of the net, Wisconsin had a chance. Morrissey couldn't corral it, and Wolverines get a clearance. 1 minute killed in this power play. Wisconsin has a shot registered, but it's not a great one.
Been a lot of Scarfoni so far this game, but Corpy has certainly been there as well. Great save on that shot.
Edwards tries to clear for the Wolverines, can't. Fitzgerald holds the zone. Hensler now. Wisconsin fires a shot. Corpy snatches it out of the air casually, and we will reset with a face-off.
Looking very confident in net. Doesn't look like he's scared at all of these Wisconsin shots.
Dick had a good look long side. It was headed for the goal, but Corpy saw it and caught it. Just juggled it to himself a little bit.
Through traffic, too. Good save.
Wisconsin, a good look. Fitzgerald off the faceoff. Couldn't pocket it. And the zone will be cleared for the Wolverines. Shifsky on the prowl. Has three shorties on the year. Wisconsin, 20 seconds left on this power play, looking for something. They enter the zone. Fantilli there for the Wolverines. Clears it out to the corner. Wolverines get another clearance. All the way back to Scarfoni. And Scarfoni will hand it off to Hensler as there are 7 and now 6 left on the power play. Tyler Duke ready to re-enter the game. He does. Michigan back to full strength as Wisconsin enters the zone. They enter the zone too quickly, offsides. And Michigan kills off the PP and then will reset. Oh, it was an icing call, not an offsides call. So it'll reset in Michigan's offensive zone. Fortunate series of events there for the Wolverines.
Pretty textbook penalty kill there, just lots of clearing, no sort of defensive cracks, not letting up to pressure. Great penalty kill there to maintain the momentum for the Wolverines.
Hughes wins the faceoff in the offensive zone. Rio Mullen fires a shot. Goal! Dakota Rio Mullen, 4 days before his 18th birthday, breaks the longest scoring streak in Wolverines history.
Could certainly sense it coming from the amount of shots. That was just the perfect setup. Little right off the face-off dot, through traffic, top right corner. Doesn't get much prettier from that, especially from a defenseman. What a shot.
Hughes won the faceoff, dropped it back to Rio Mullen, pocketed it short, high side, and Scarfoni didn't see it in time. Goal, Wolverines. That is huge. 1-0.
Can only imagine they'll continue this effort and continue to put more and more pressure on Scarfoni, who's been so good so far. Just letting up that one.
I believe that was 237 minutes without a goal. The longest drought since at least World War II for these Wolverines. And the 17-year-old just ended it. Badgers looking for a quick answer. Mellenbacher to Lindmark. Now Horbach behind the net. Shot off the pad of Corpy. And Whitelaw controls it for the Wolverines. Looking for another. Halem around Lotch. Pulls it back to the point to Fantilli. Fantilli has some space. Fires. Blocked off the back of Horbach. And Duke out to central ice. Fantilli sends one in. Wolverines change. There is a different air in a different sense of the air in the atmosphere right now as Wolverines finally have something other than a 0 next to their name on the scoreboard.
The children are fed and they are happy.
Shifsky now for the Wolverines. Good pass to Werner. Werner cutting through. Ooh, tries to go to the forehand. Couldn't get to his forehand. Dexheimer controls for the Badgers. Morrissey. Hage loses an edge. And Finley controls for the Badgers. Into the zone. Dexheimer. Attack. Shot. Good save by Cameron Corpy. Tried to go short side. Corpy was there with his blocker, but caught it in his armpit.
Corpy certainly seems to have taken Scarfoni's magic from that first period he had. Corpy now standing on his head as Scarfoni is sort of settled back into the game. Corpy, another great save on a 2-on-1 opportunity. Kind of thought that one would go over, challenge him a bit more, but he looks real comfortable taking shots like that.
So Wolverines take the lead, looking for more. Wisconsin looking for a bounce back. Battle in the Wolverines' defensive zone for the puck. Estapa comes away with it and clears to center ice. Lotch knocks it down with his hand, and then he's fighting with Ernest for it. Goes into the Wolverines' zone. Duke is on the prowl, and he will get smushed up into the boards, but then bounce back and corral it. Fight in the corner near the ref. Shot gets sent towards the goal. Can't get there. Fitzgerald now turns, fires one quickly, and it's saved by Corpy. Was right on net.
Badger offense really cooking right now, but just nothing can get past Corpy. He's a brick wall. Even with all these odd man chances that the Badgers have seen so far in this second period, 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, all the sorts, nothing getting past Cameron Corpy.
A face-off in the Wolverines' defensive zone. Hughes falls down, can't win it. Puck is loose near the net. Dangerous. Haiti falls down on Scholl, and Wolverines come away with it. Fantilli sends one all the way around the boards. Whitelaw's there first. Whitelaw, the Columbus Blue Jacket. Over to Hughes. Whitelaw gets it. Good pass to Fantilli in the point. Sends a shot short side. Blocked by the blocker of Scarfini. Now Humphreys on the prowl. Puck gets sent out to Wisconsin, who lifts it high into central ice. Fantilli now. Good pass to the center to Humphreys. Now Haiti looking for entrance to the zone, and does, but Wisconsin gets there first. Ooh, good defense by Rowe, who sends one towards the net, but way high. Got a little under it. Hits the netting out of play, and we will reset with a face-off.
A shot's a shot. You never always get him on net, but, you know, good try. Looked like a little pep in his step for Rio Mullen a few plays ago. Right after his goal, he seemed to be hounding a Badger player in the defensive zone. Looks like he's gotten some energy as he's ready to receive the puck, hopefully, on this faceoff.
Hage fights for the faceoff with Lindmark. Lindmark wins. Wisconsin the other way. Lindmark enters the zone. Duke shoves him up against the boards. The ref is in the way. Wisconsin player on the ground. Duke is on top of him. And Horbach gets up for Wisconsin. Now Duke's on the ground on top of the puck. Rio Mullen gets the puck out of Horbach's stick. And Michigan the other way. Duke. Oh, takes an absolute hit. Kerr leveled him. Duke hit his head on the boards and is exiting the game while play is still going. Truscott comes in for him. Duke goes right to the locker room. Oh, boy. Hope everything's okay with Tyler Duke, but Kerr the other way for Wisconsin does not care. Michigan controls it behind their own net. Edwards to Estapa now in the offensive zone. Estapa shielding off Dexheimer. Dexheimer gets the puck away from Estapa, and Morrissey escapes from the pack. 3:30 left in this second period. 1-0 Michigan. Draper now sends a nice pass behind the net. Hits two boards back to Fantilli. Fantilli tries to find Estapa, can't. Scholes moves the puck away. Now Draper and Lindmark fall on top of each other, and they will be whistled down for something.
I believe it's just a stop and play for a little puck under the body action.
Fitzgerald was on the puck. Draper was on top of Fitzgerald's. And there will be a resetting face-off. Tyler Duke is being tended to right now. We can see it near the locker room. It might, we hope the best. He took a big hit to his head, though.
Good to see that he hasn't completely left. Looks like he's getting tended to by a medical professional.
3:14 left. Michigan up 1-0 and up 6 in the shots game. Quinn Finley, the Badger star, crosses into the offensive zone. Dick now. Good pass to Dexheimer. Dexheimer back to Dick. Sends a shot. Slow shot. Oh, right in front of the net. Covered up by Corpy. It was a little change up from Dick. Scholl tried to get a stick on it. Couldn't. Corpy fell on it. That's a dangerous place for the puck to be, floating that slowly, though.
Corpy remains calm in that situation. That's one where you can really freak out as a goaltender. He just stays calm and collected, finds that puck, covers it up. We have a little extracurricular after the action, some pushing and shoving. As we've seen here in this second period, tensions heating up, things boiling over. These teams don't like each other one bit.
Resetting for a face-off. Badgers trying to find an equalizer. Losh sends one towards the net. Bounces off a pad of Corpy as it was just fluttering in the air. Losh again. Crosses. Laskowski had a goal last night. Can't get a shot off today. And Halem breaks into space. Quickly the other way. Sends one around the boards. Trying to find Hughes. Cut off, though, by Kukkonen. Good catch by Truscott as he caught the puck as it was in center ice, but the Wolverines might be called for a penalty here as some extracurricular happened behind the play.
Yeah, I believe it was TJ Hughes on a bit of a trying to initiate some body contact, and it just took a little bit too far, it looks like.
Tripping on TJ Hughes, his second minor of the game. Not what you want to see.
It's good that it's only a minor. It almost looked like a bit of a slew foot, as we see Tyler Duke has actually, I believe, now gone off the ice into the locker room.
Hughes, an alternate captain, has a hat trick, actually 4 goals against Penn State earlier this year, where Michigan scored 10. That game seems so distant now as Michigan scratching and clawing for every shot on goal and every opportunity. Wisconsin on the power play, though. Morrissey into the center to Mosley. Back out to the point to Dexheimer. Dexheimer back to Morrissey. Morrissey into the center. Mosley right in front of the net. Finley, no! Covered up by Corpy. What? Finley had a good look with his left-handed shot, and Corpy was there.
What a game. A diving save from Corpy, keeping his team in this one. Little replay here on the scoreboard. Oh, what a save. Desperation save in the final seconds of a shot. Gets there just in time to keep this a 1-0 Wolverines lead.
Still a face-off in the Wisconsin offensive zone. So there's some discussion between the refs and the Wisconsin players about what's going on. But 1:47 remains on the power play. 2:14 left in the period. Michigan kills this. They can go into the locker room with a 1-1 tie. Puck is dropped for the face-off. Estapa fights for it and wins. That's huge. Haiti takes his time and then clears all the way down the ice. Woo! Dexheimer for the Badgers to Kukkonen. Suns winning all the way around the boards. Finley tries to touch pass it to Dexheimer. Can't. Now in transition is Ernestey. Ernestey on the attack, looking for a shorty, and now just looking to kill time as it's behind the Badger net. 1:18 left on the power play. Wisconsin sets up for another attack. Dexheimer, who's been on the entire shift. So is Morrissey. Drops it back to Morrissey. Morrissey enters the zone to Kukkonen. Back to Mosley. It's actually been this 5 the entire time. Michigan fighting for the puck behind their net. Halem's going to get there first. Does. Hands it off to Edwards. Can't find another teammate. Rep was in the way. He moves out of the way now. And Kukkonen Morrissey, Fantilli, Halem, Edwards all fighting for the puck, killing precious time. 42 seconds left, comes out to the point to Dexheimer. Into Finley, cross ice pass, Mosley, shot, save, Corpy!
Continues to have quite a game. Looked like, I believe, Edwards? Yeah, Edwards got a little piece of that, helping his goalie out, putting his body on the line. Got a little piece of that shot to slow it down just enough for Corpy to be able to make a very comfortable save. Very easy for him. Continues to have a night. As Wisconsin is actually caught up in shots now. I didn't even realize I have this giant pillar in front of me. Now 21-20 still in Michigan's favor. But that lead that they had has dwindled.
1 minute left in the second period. Michigan wins another faceoff. Wisconsin was up 70% to 30% in the first period. Michigan has definitely evened that out more in this period. 24 seconds left on the power play. Hensler cuts through center ice. Drops it back to Dick, who enters the zone. Wisconsin behind the Wolverines' net. Out to Hensler at the point. Sends a shot on. Deflection. Blocked. Cleared away by Michigan, and now they have it in space. Tashevsky has a shorty chance. Scores! Garrett Shifsky, the short-handed maestro, notches his fourth short-handed goal of the year.
What a sally, too. Long archer shot. But what a power play, or not power play. What a breakaway goal. That's the word.
Ernest, a little touch pass up to Shifsky, went right side high, right above the glove, right below the glove of Scarfini, and Michigan picks up a shorty. Told you, when they get that one, they're going to start to come. Hage enters the zone for the Wolverines again. Back on the prowl. 10 seconds left in the period. The students sing Mr. Brightside as the second period horn will expire. Michigan breaks through, scoring 2 in the second. 22 shots on the game so far. And Garrett Shifsky, Dakota Rio Mullen break the ice for these Wolverines.
You could certainly feel it coming. They've just been completely dominant in Wisconsin's defensive end. Wisconsin's defense has been doing great as well, but the offensive pressure, the shots on net, just everything that the Michigan offense is doing here has really shown that they are in control of this game, and it's not very surprising that they are now up 2-0 on this Wisconsin Badgers team.
Shifsky, his fourth shorthanded goal of the year. He continues to find breakaways, gets the puck, and is great. Arguably the best on this team at finishing one-on-one with the goalie. Dakota Rio Mullen, though, he broke the scoring open. 2-0 Wolverines, and Rio Mullen comes from a hockey family. His mother, Manon Riom, was the first woman to ever play in North American professional sports. She played in a period for the Tampa Bay Lightning in the preseason. Comes from a hockey family. She's won gold medals for Canada. And now Rio Mullen, still a teenager, still 17, birthday in 4 days, opens the scoring for this Michigan team. There are players as old as 25. Thomas Daskis is over 7 years older than Dakota Rio Mullen, yet they are teammates on this team that is now up 2-0.
It's always those kinds of players like Rio Mullen who break these kinds of dry streaks. It's those players that you don't really expect to, and then they just find a way. They're those players you can always depend on. You don't always look to them for goals, but they can come through just the same as anyone else.
Rio Mullen and Shifsky open the scoring, and it's the second intermission. We'll be back in just about 7 minutes. Thank you for tuning in. Don't go anywhere just yet. Welcome back to Yost Arena, where the Wolverines have opened the floodgates of scoring, and they now have 2 goals next to their name instead of the 0 that was there for the previous 237 minutes. Jack, what did the Wolverines do differently in that period than the 11 previously?
That's a great question, honestly. I think the one before that, the 11th period, I think was really their breakthrough period, and then that last one, was just like carrying through that momentum. They had so many shots in that first period. They continued that momentum, that offensive pressure into the second period. They forced turnovers. They got shots on net. They had great transition offense, great defense. As I mentioned before the game, great offense comes from great defense, and that's really been the story here tonight. Both sides of the puck just been outstanding for these Wolverines. And the same can be said for these Wisconsin Badgers. Not too shabby of a game from them either, just haven't been able to find the puck like they were able to last night. I believe it was 3-0 going into the third last night.
It was, yes. Now it is 2-0 Michigan as they get set for the third period.
The turns have been tabled.
22-20 is the shots advantage for Michigan. Cameron Corpy has been a story tonight. The freshman goaltender. He came from Tri-City, the USHL team. And then also Dakota Rio-Mullen, who opened the scoring, and Garrett Shifsky, who had another shorthanded goal. So Michigan up 2-0 as they win the first opening faceoff of the third period. Edwards dumps it in deep. And it's covered up by Scarfini for the Badgers. 8 seconds into this third period.
It's certainly been a battle of amazing goaltending here tonight. Corpy, of course, now the main star, but Scarfoni's first period was one of the better you'll see out of a college goaltender.
A stop on the faceoff this time goes to the Badgers. They work around their own net. Get it out to central ice. Horbach controls it. Gets it into the Michigan zone. Lindmark on the prowl. Rio-Mullen backhands it around the boards to Draper. Back to Estapa around his own net again. Rio-Mullen tries to cut off Dexheimer. Dexheimer gets there. Puck is underneath the ref's foot. Moves out of the way. Now Rio-Mullen emerges from the pack and breaks out. Draper now into the Wisconsin zone. Works around Lotch, trying to get to the puck. Can't. It's cut off by Hensler. Back out to neutral ice. Finley sends one in. Truscott controls it, the Wolverines' captain. Back into the Michigan offensive zone, and Wisconsin the other way. Controlled by Truscott now for Michigan. Kicked around in central ice, and Morrissey emerges from the pack. Into Mosley. Mosley has a cutting Finley. Hands it off to him. Good defense by Luca Fantilli. Fantilli faded going towards Morrissey, who had the ball, and went to Finley instead. Shifsky now a shot. No. Blocked by the pad of Scarfoni. Mosley quick the other way. And he'll bail out of the pursuit. Edwards controls it behind his own net. Out to Hughes. Now Whitelaw, center ice. Sends it up for Hughes. Hughes crosses off the blocker of Scarfoni, and Wisconsin the other way. Send one in. Fitzgerald gets there, fighting with Haiti. Badgers have it on offense, but Halem and Haiti trying to come out with the puck. They can't find it. They don't know where it is. Goes right to Wisconsin in the slot. Couldn't pocket it, though. Scholes sends one on net. Corpy gets his leg down just in time, sends it wide. Now cross-ice pass to Dexheimer. Loses the puck. Whitelaw pokes it away. Back out to neutral ice. One Wolverine will change. The other ones couldn't get off. Kukkonen quick into the zone. Dexheimer handles back. Now a shot sent in. Blocked by Haiti. The big freshman in front of the net. Hughes sends it out to center ice to Whitelaw. Can't get it. Wisconsin controls. Michigan does change now. Fitzgerald quickly sends one cross ice. Intended for Dick, but Rio-Mullen's there to cut it off. Now Fantilli fighting with Dick. 17 minutes left in this third period. Fight in the Michigan defensive zone. Rowe emerges with it. Now Humphreys. A good pass to Daskis. Daskis has ice in front of him. Shot. No, he had open net. Missed it. Scholl now crosses to the zone for the Badgers. Rio Mullen controls it back to Truscott. Sends it behind the net to Humphreys. Humphreys. Shadowed by two Badgers defenders. Puck goes right in front of the net and could not control it. Was Scholl. Kehrer sends one deep. Estapa controls it. Back to Rio Mullen. Michigan has it now. Daskis tries to clear his defensive zone. Can't. Goes in the air to Rio Mullen. And right in front to Horbach, who scores. Wow, a mistake by Rio Mullen. Right to Horbach. Little forehand, backhand. Goal. Just like that, Wisconsin has cut this Michigan lead in half.
Same kind of defensive mistakes that led to that big win for Wisconsin last night. Just defensive mistakes in your own zone. You can't afford to stick handle if you're not confident in your move. You need to be able to make quick decisions, quick passes, crisp passes on the tape. No room for error, especially for a team with as good of as offensive pressure as this Wisconsin team.
So Wisconsin pockets a goal. Horbach, his first of the year, gets it, pressuring Rio Mullen in Rio Mullen's defensive zone. Gets it a nice nifty move to get around Corpy. Not really much Corpy could do there. But Wisconsin gets themselves on the scoreboard and cuts the Michigan lead in half. Michigan needs to tighten up defensively now. Wisconsin has the momentum. Ernestine plays it out to center ice. Estapa in pursuit. Dexheimer controls it behind his own net. Wisconsin tries to clear their own zone and can't. Now Draper has it behind the Badger goal. Draper shadowing off his defender, and it goes right to Dexheimer. Wisconsin will get a clearance. Out to Fantilli in center ice. Sends one deep. Not icing. Wolverines get an entire line change. Need fresh bodies on the ice at all times. Holding behind their own net are the Badgers. Lotch loses the puck in his own zone. Now Hage, good crossing pass to Werner, who wasn't ready for it. Werner turns behind the Badger net and gets shielded away from the puck. Kukkonen for the Badgers. Tries to find a teammate to clear it to and does. Losh goes out to center ice. Laskowski tries to cross one off of the pad of Corpy, though. Werner, another mistake in the defensive zone. Losh, Fitzgerald has space in front of the net. Good block. Save by Cameron Corpy. His left pad got in there just in time, so Fitzgerald couldn't pocket one home. Quickly the other way go the Wolverines. They'll get a dump in and change. Badgers the other way. They have the offensive momentum. Not right now, though. Whitelaw takes the puck away, falls on his knees, and then gets back up. Tried to enter the zone, but it was a little too slow. Offsides was Draper or Hughes.
Michigan defense seems to be a little shaky right now. Not sure what happened, if anything happened during the break, but they need to get back to the way they were playing in the first and second. Something's not going right now, and it's quite evident from the momentum of this game.
Whitelaw now fighting for the puck off a faceoff. Hughes runs in to a Badger in the middle of the zone. A shot saved by Corpy. Corpy saved it, glove side. Caught it, and will reset for a faceoff. Wisconsin got a shot off, but it wasn't that great of a look.
Corpy continues to be confident. I think that one that Wisconsin got was really just a lucky little squeeze that got by him. He looked really well positioned to make that save, and something just didn't go for him. Continues to look extremely confident in the net despite that little hiccup.
Estapa and Morrissey will face off in the Wolverines' defensive zone. Estapa wins. Ernest clears out to center ice, takes a hit from Finley afterwards. Off the boards goes the puck, and Wisconsin emerges in center ice. Puck comes out to Ernest right in the face-off zone. Now Draper has a little space. Fires a shot, just misses high. Goes out of play. Draper got his stick in a position where he could hit that angle. He's a righty on the left side. Fired it in, and it deflected off of the helmet of Scarfini and went out of bounds.
Yeah, pretty good shot from where he was. Didn't look like a very good scoring opportunity, but he still managed to get off a pretty wicked shot.
Rowe loses the face-off to Fitzgerald for Wisconsin. Fitzgerald out to center ice. Lotch enters the zone. Cross finds nothing but air. Humphreys goes the other way. The Avalanche draft pick has trouble entering the zone. Now crosses to Haiti, who sends it in deep. Rowe pressuring the puck. Wisconsin emerges. Botterill gets the puck in deep, and Corpy corrals it for Michigan. Now Haiti to Hage. Good pass to Shifsky. Gets a stick on the puck in the air. Now Shifsky has space. Shifsky fires short side. Deflected off the helmet again of Scarfini, who has his head in the game clearly. And puck hits off his helmet, goes out of play again. Shifsky had daylight, had another attacker running with him. Elected to go short side himself and got a good look off, but it was blocked and hit the high netting.
Michigan offense certainly continues to buzz in this third period, as they have been all game. Shots fairly even right now. Both sides looking to make a move.
2-1 Michigan. 13-13 left in this third period. Wisconsin is offsides. (28-24). Michigan has the shots advantage, but Wisconsin has the momentum right now. They pocketed a goal off a mistake in the defensive zone, and they are there looking for that equalizer. Hughes and Lindmark on the face-off. Lindmark wins, but Hughes reaches around Lindmark to corral the puck for the Wolverines. Halem skating backwards, now forwards to Whitelaw, sends it all the way around the boards. Halem there, gets it back to Truscott off the point. Good pass to the center to Whitelaw, who was in the slot but couldn't corral it, went off his skate. Wisconsin the other way. Lindmark dumps it in and works his way around Truscott. Orico tries to clear. Can't. Orico has the puck again. Sends one up in the air to Hughes, who tries to catch it, can't. Falls down. Sticks are all over the place. Hughes shoves Lindmark. No penalty call, though, thankfully. Brio Mullen in his defensive zone. Cross ice to Hughes. Hughes, good touch pass into Estapa, who gets cut off by Dexheimer. Estapa couldn't get his skates in order. Now Dexheimer falls feet first into the boards, and puck emerges for Wolverines. Shot! Blocked, no. Good look there for Rio Mullen on a one-timer. The puck found him. He sends another one in, another block. Dexheimer gets a clearance, and Scholl brings the Badgers the other way. Dick, Skoski. Dick controls it. Ooh, good block by Rio Mullen on a cross pass, and Rio Mullen sends it out. Draper now with space on offense. Has Ernest with him. Draper, good cross to Ernest. Puck is in front of the net. Can't find the back of the net. Quick the other way go the Badgers. Dick gets a puck deep. He changes. Fantilli controls. Up to Draper. Now Wolverines back in their own defensive zone. Truscott. A shot by Wisconsin. No. Finley had a good look. No. Back the other way go the Badgers again. Morrissey thinks about a shot. Now he sends one in. Goal! There were three bodies in front of the net, two in red jerseys, one in white, and Corpy had no chance to see the puck. I'm not even sure it hit any of them, but it hit the back netting.
Yeah, I think that was just a laser right to the back. Corpy seemed to not have even seen it in the slightest. I think he only realized it went in once it bounced off the back of his left skate. 2-2 here, and we have an interesting one.
Tie game. Wisconsin has the momentum. Michigan's offense finally broke their drought, but now their defense has some holes in it. Morrissey has 17 points on the year. That's his 5th goal. He is the highest plus-minus on this Badger team, +8 entering today. That goal can only help that number. Back on the attack again are the Badgers. Fitzgerald sends one on net. Kukkonen gets a stick on it, and it goes right to Corpy. Michigan needs to figure out why Wisconsin has open lanes to the net. What do you do there on defense? How do you switch up the strategy?
It's all about man coverage. I think Michigan is doing a little bit too much zone. I really think they should switch to a man defense. It just seems like there's too many chances where a Wisconsin player is open, in the front of the net or right in front of the net and is able to get a really good tip-off. Really surprised Corpy was able to make that save. Great save, but that's a shot that almost always goes in.
Kukkonen tries to send another one on net. Can't. Controlled by Scholes. But, oh my goodness, it almost went in. The puck is sitting on top of the net. Hit the back wall, and then Corpy's back and barely missed the crossbar. Was sitting on top of the goal. Avoided going into the goal. 2-2. Still 10:40 left in this third period.
Yeah, seems like Wisconsin's really figured out Michigan's defense. It seems like Wisconsin's used a lot of D shots from the point to get free shots, free space. Just no one really meeting them up there. They're having a lot of time to figure out what they want to do, what they want to pass to, whether they want a shot. And it's just letting Wisconsin have their way with this game.
2-0 might be the most dangerous lead in sports. We just saw it happen and disintegrate right there. Michigan needs to find some source of offense. They've had good chances but haven't been able to convert. Wisconsin out to center ice. Edwards sends one in for the Wolverines. Michigan will change. Wisconsin holding behind their own puck. Getting some shouts from the Michigan student section. Wisconsin on the attack. Haiti controls it for the Wolverines out to center ice. Daskis tries to get it to Humphreys. Can't. Puck goes behind Michigan's net and controlled by Fantilli. Out to Humphreys. Cross ice Haiti. Haiti sends it in. Takes a hit and falls. Humphreys in center ice corrals the puck. Gets deflected back to Fantilli. Michigan has not been able to enter the zone with players on offense in a while. Puck gets deflected off a Wisconsin skate. Still in center ice. A lot of jockeying in the middle of the ice rink right now. And now Scholl enters. Sends a shot on net. Corpy saw this one and snatched it out of the air.
You mentioned a lot of play in the neutral zone, and I really think that's where Michigan's really weak right now. Wisconsin just seems to be applying a lot of pressure, and Michigan's trying to make some plays that, generally you don't want to make when you're in such a tight-knit game. I saw a little between-the-legs back pass there from I'm not sure who, but it led directly to
Daskis,
Yeah, Daskis. Little bit of a flashy play, and it didn't really turn out too well for him as Wisconsin was able to enter directly off that.
Game is 2-2. We are at a timeout. 9:23 left in the third period. Corpy is going to have to make a lot of long-range saves, which are always risky because a deflection could result in the puck in the back of the net, which we've already seen on Wisconsin's second goal. So Corpy made a catch there at the very end, but it's not the best thing when you're relying on your tender to snatch the puck with his glove from long distance time and time again, especially if they can get bodies in front of the net.
Yeah, you really hate to see it as well since Corpy's had such a good game in general. And this Michigan team is now just putting even more pressure on him by really not coming through when they need to. They could have continued to have a 2-0 lead. It's now 9 minutes left in the third. It's a tie game. It's not looking too great for the momentum of the Wolverines.
2-2. Michigan lost their lead. Wisconsin back in this game. Morrissey and Hage will take the face-off. Puck is dropped. Morrissey wins the face-off. Scholes swings it to Dexheimer. Cross goes in through the crease, finds nothing. Schultz sends a shot on. Werner gets it deflection. Werner in transition. Sends it a little too hard in front of the net, and Scarfoni gets it away. To Edwards in center ice, though. Sends one deep into the Wisconsin zone. Dexheimer around the boards. Good pass up to Mosley, who catches it, puts it in front of him. Truscott's there on defense, and Shifsky gets a little high clearance into center ice. Badgers send it in. But the Wolverines control it behind their net. Shifsky and Hage on the attack. Hage looks for the puck and now gives up and changes. Badgers now control it behind their own net. A lot of controlling behind the net. Trying to retain possession and even pick up points in this game. Rio Mullen pressures Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gives it right back to Rio Mullen. They are on different teams, though. Rio Mullen. Now Fantilli gets a clearance, but it's not a good one. Kukkonen now with numbers. Looks for help. Fires one on net. Blocked by Fantilli. Lodge had a chance. Got his feet swept out from under him. No penalty call, though. Hensler now for the Badgers. Resets. Good pass to Botterill, who backhands one in. Wisconsin changes. Fantilli to Rio Mullen. A mishandle. Puck rolled over the stick. Now a shot sent towards the net. Misses wide. Scholes tries to send one. Whitelaw blocked it with his stick. Lindmark sends one high of the net. Estapa tries to get there. Can't. Horbach fighting for it. Estapa emerges to Whitelaw. Whitelaw clears the zone. Sends one high in the air to Estapa. Wolverines cannot connect passes on offense. Wisconsin dominating time of possession. Ernest sends one all the way around the boards, intending for Estapa, who gets there. Mishandles a pass to Draper behind the net. Draper off the boards. Haiti, swing pass. Edwards ekes around the defender into the middle. Looks for the cross. Shot! No! Blocked. Edwards falls. Badgers retain it. No, now Michigan takes it away. Ernest, Draper to Estapa on the left wing. Ernest controls it at the point. Sends a shot on. Hits Estapa in the slot. Couldn't corral it and turn around. Wisconsin clears the zone. Rio Mullen. No, it's Haiti. Enters the zone. Haiti swings it around and changes. Humphreys pressures the puck. Shot by Rowe. Just gets the skate of Scarfini and stays out of the goal. Good pass to the slot. Could not be corralled by Rowe. Puck goes into the Wisconsin bench out of play as they were trying to send it up the court, up the ice, and they couldn't. Wow, a lot of shots there by Michigan. Only one registering on net, but good opportunities, and they finally had some sustained offensive pressure.
Yeah, as you said, finally some offense after just a long time of kind of bumbling around. But the same thing continues. They can't make passes in their defensive zone or the neutral zone. It all just looks like a rush to get into the offensive zone with no real form.
Michigan has an offensive zone face-off, which they win. Edwards, a one-timer, just misses. Good save by Scarfoni. He's just getting his ankles in the way. Out to center ice, fought for and won by Michigan. Werner reverses. He's now trapped by Badgers, and he skates out of the way of Finley. Out to center ice, Truscott enters the zone. To Werner. Tries to kick it to himself, can't, but Werner gets it back. Back to Hage at the point. Shot! Just high! Misses and goes around, back out to Hage at center ice. Good look there by Hage. Wolverines and Badgers both change. Here comes the Badgers. Finley, shielded by Halem. Halem gets his stick on it and his body in the way of Finley, who can't get back to the puck. Rio Mullen to Whitelaw. Good pass to Hughes. Hughes enters the zone. Nice touch pass to Halem. Drops back. Hughes. Shot. Save. Scarfoni. Good 1-2 play from Hughes and Halem. Hughes got a little weak shot on right at Scarfoni, but a good look nevertheless.
Yeah, Wolverines seem to have gotten some momentum back from that little slip they had Wisconsin's still applying a lot of pressure, but Michigan seems to have gotten back into their groove a little bit.
One thing to note, you get 1 point for an overtime loss, 2 points for an overtime win, 3 points for a regulation win in Big Ten play. So it's a scaled point system. The NHL just does 2 points for a win, 1 for an overtime loss. There's now a differentiation between a win and an overtime win in Big Ten hockey.
Both these teams obviously pushing for those 3 points.
Ernest enters the zone. Estapa has daylight. Could not get to the puck first, though. Ernest fights for it and loses it. Wisconsin out to center ice. Losh enters to Kukkonen. Kukkonen sends a shot high in the air. Deflected. Wow, a last-second save by Korpi. And there will be a high stick called. I'm not sure that goal would have counted as the puck was very high in the air, but it was still dangerous. Batted down on the ground, and Korpi stuck his skate in the way just in time.
Great save by Korpi, but yeah, I don't think that would have counted, thankfully, for Michigan. Thankfully, they have a great goaltender, and thankfully, Wisconsin was too eager to get to that puck.
2-2, 4:51 left in the third period. Wisconsin wins the faceoff. Around the back of the Michigan net. Hughes to Edwards now. Michigan controls. Halem. Pass goes to Whitelaw. Good pass into Hughes, who drops it back to Whitelaw. Swing pass out of the zone to Truscott. They have to re-enter. Now they send it all the way around the boards. Scarfoni slows it down, but Shifsky gets the first shot off of Scarfoni's blockers from behind the net. Couldn't find the back of the net, though. Now Shifsky tries another shot, breaks his stick. Has to get off the ice. Quick the other way go the Badgers. Horbach will just dump one in. Shifsky stays on the ice and just gets a new stick. Now he'll exit the ice as they change. Hage to Werner. Werner
Michigan only
ice.
has 4 players on the ice right now.
Michigan has 4, and then, Wisconsin has a breakaway. Quickly in transition, Kukkonen shot, misses, short side. Dexheimer in front of the net is Wisconsin. Ooh, he might have had a look if he tried to shoot it. He passed it though. Kukkonen, far side, Dexheimer, shot, misses high. Schultz keeps the line. Fitzgerald can't control it. Bodied by Edwards, and Michigan controls it behind their own net. Now they don't. Werner, Fitzgerald in front of the net, blocked. Korpi, puck is everywhere. Goes out of play into the Michigan bench. I believe that was Ernest. He was frustrated, picked the puck up from off the bench and threw it back onto the ice.
Quite the mess there for Michigan. First 4 players on the ice off a weird change where nobody really knew what was happening. And then a giveaway in the defensive zone right behind the net. Really surprised Wisconsin wasn't able to capitalize on that. It was right next to Korpi. Korpi able to make the save to keep his team in it.
2-2, 3:19 left in regulation. We may have extra time. Face-off fought for, controlled by Michigan. Fantilli behind his net. Backhands off the boards to Ernest, who clears the zone, but Wisconsin retains possession. All the way around the boards goes the puck. Truscott steps in front. Now a stop on the prowl. Good centering cross from Hensler. Can't find another Wisconsin stick. Fought for in the front corner, and emerging is Truscott for the Wolverines. Truscott out to center ice, sends one around the boards. Estapa's trying to beat Hensler there. Hensler beats him there, but Estapa knocks Hensler down. Puck gets sent out to the Michigan defensive zone. Wisconsin will change. Rio Mullen sends one in. Does not get all the way in, though. Wisconsin the other way. Laskowski drops it back. Wisconsin into the center of the zone. Couldn't get there. Halem the other way. Whitelaw now. Whitelaw slows things down and sets up a Michigan offensive possession, but he's pressured by 2 Badgers, and the puck gets deflected away. No sustained offensive time for either team. Puck is going back and forth, but that one will be called for an icing as it was sent the length of the ice by Wisconsin to just get a clearance.
It really looked like Wisconsin kind of took back over after that short burst of energy from the Michigan offense. Hopefully they'll be able to converge on something here, but it really is looking like Wisconsin's game right now.
Still 2-2. 2:12 left in the third period. Wisconsin wins the faceoff. Puck goes around the Wisconsin net. Shifsky lays a hit on a Wisconsin player. Puck is loose in the net. Shot! No! Werner had a look. And it was blocked by Wisconsin, but Michigan retains possession in their defensive zone. Now a long ball in. Shifsky controls it at center ice. Truscott sends one in around the boards. There's not going to be a Wolverine to be on the other side. Scarfoni steps in the way anyway. The Wisconsin netminder. Fitzgerald, a Badger defender, in his own zone. Now Kukkonen enters the zone for Wisconsin. There's no one there, though. Both teams are just changing, getting fresh bodies for this final 125 push. Estapa enters the zone for Michigan. Now they send all 5 bodies deep. Controlled by Estapa. There's a stick that is broken. Can't tell whose. Edwards shot! Deflected by Ernest. He couldn't find the net. Dexheimer. Now back out to Rio Mullen, who keeps the blue line. Into Estapa. 1 minute left in regulation. Tie game. Any goal. Crucial. Shot hit off of the helmet of Scarfini, off the boards. Someone doesn't have their stick. It's Estapa. Wisconsin has the puck the other way. Deflected by Whitelaw in center ice, and Edwards retains possession. Sends one deep. Whitelaw, Halem, and Hughes in pursuit. Gets sent out to Truscott, who just entered. Oh, pass to Whitelaw. Just mishandled it. He had nothing but net in front of him and couldn't get his stick on it. Beautiful pass. 20 seconds left in regulation. Truscott to Whitelaw. Enters the zone with Hughes. Now Wisconsin retains it. 13 seconds, one final push. Halem steps in front. Halem enters the zone, gonna send a shot on. Just kidding, can't get back to the puck. Lotch gets there. One final look from Truscott, doesn't even matter. Time expires.
What the?
And
Whoa.
Truscott takes a hit in his back from Scholl as time expired.
Penalty on that?
Truscott had given up on the play. So there was about 1 second left. Scholl shoved him, a defenseless player, and boos are raining down in Yost Ice Arena.
As they should be. That was just about the dirtiest play of this game so far. That's just a straight-up cross-check. No, nothing else can be said about that except it's a dirty cross-check to the back. Those are the kinds of dangerous plays that all hockey leagues are trying to get rid of. And it's really a shame to see that the refs aren't calling a penalty on that. It's just blatant and dirty and really unprofessional.
Says no foul. No foul on that play. We are about to enter overtime. Now a win is worth 2 points, a loss is worth 1. So both teams have clinched a point in the Big Ten standings. Michigan a little more disappointed about that than Wisconsin, as they had a 2-0 lead. Michigan up 8 in the shots, 35-27. But we will enter an overtime period.
A lot to be said about this game for Michigan, though. This is a big bounce back for them, even if it is not exactly what they wanted going to overtime, having given up that 2-0 lead. This is a big bounce back game for them. It's really good to see that they had scored. It's about all you can really ask out of this game for them. Any goals
I would
are
ask
appreciated.
for a win.
Yeah, well, a win's always nice, but I think they'll take goals at this point, if anything. But yeah, obviously
Corpy
a
and
win.
Scarfoni remain in net. 30 seconds left until overtime begins. Fans on their feet, eager to see what happens.
Could be some animosity here to start this overtime period after that little incident at the end of the third.
We'll see what lineup the Wolverines begin with. But Wisconsin notched 2 goals in the third period. Michigan had their 2 come in the second. And that's how we get to 2-2. There is a possible shootout after overtime, I believe.
That'd be a treat.
Should be very interesting. Ref blows the whistle. He's ready for play. It will be 3-on-3. So a lot of open ice for these playmakers to make something happen. Starting for the Wolverines will be Halem, Edwards, and Hughes. Arguably their second line, but they will be starting overtime tonight. It's Morrissey, Finley, and Dexheimer for the Badgers. Huge opening face-off. Who will corral it? And it goes to Morrissey of the Badgers. Dexheimer in his own zone. 3-on-3 overtime. Haleb pressing him. Morrissey back to Dexheimer. 5-minute overtime period here, which will be followed by a shootout should we get that far. Intense play, any mistake amplified in 3-on-3 play. Morrissey sees a little open ice and takes it. Yet to enter the Michigan zone is Wisconsin. They pull it back again. 30 seconds of controlling in their defensive zone. Hughes changes. Wolverines get the first player off the ice. Dexheimer now enters the zone to Finley. Finley is very dangerous and gets the puck deflected from him. Edwards clears. Halem changes. Edwards still on the ice along with Finley. Those two have been on for a while. Fitzgerald, nice crossover move into the lane. Shot! Beautiful save by Cameron Corpy. Goes just wide. Saved with his pads. Now Edwards has the puck behind his own net, calling for help so he can change. Sends one up. Shifsky gets it in his zone. Shifsky gonna try to control it as Fitzgerald's pressing him. Goes around the Wisconsin net. Brings it back. And hands it off to Hage. Hage has space. In. Shot! Scores! Michael Hage! The freshman wins the game in overtime for Michigan. It was 2-2. Hage saw a little space, went forehand, high side on the right. Scarfoni could not get his blocker in the way, and Hage sends the fans home happy.
Can't ask for a prettier winning goal than that. What a shot.
Michael Hage, the freshman out of Ontario. He's a Montreal Canadiens draft pick. Just notched his 10th goal in his Michigan career to win the game for the Wolverines in overtime. They fended off the first offensive push from Wisconsin, got the puck back. Shifsky to Hage. Hage buries it. Wow, what a game. Wolverines had a lot of chances in the first period. Pocketed 2 in the second, but then the tides turned in the third. Wolverines led up 2 goals to the Badgers as we're looking at this replay by Hage. Little crossover move back to his forehand. Beautiful lift into the top right corner off the post, and he knew he was the man.
Can't ask for much more of a better back and forth game than that. What a battle from the start. Michigan coming out strong, hoping to break their scoreless streak. They of course did. And then Wisconsin saying, hold on, this isn't over. Battling back from down 2-0 to send it to overtime. But Michael Hage says, no, no, no. This is our night. You can't take that from us. And puts the baby to bed.
Michigan wins 3-2 in overtime. Have 36 shots. Wisconsin has 28. They split the series, although Wisconsin leaves with 4 points, Michigan with 2, but they'll take tonight after that skid. They needed that. Michael Hage, the hero of the game, wins it for the Wolverines as they bang their sticks around the center circle. Jack, any final thoughts today?
Despite the Wisconsin loss, what a game from Tommy Scarfoni. I mean, 3 goals allowed on 36 shots is quite the night. He should be nothing but, obviously he would have liked to win, but he should be very proud of himself for that performance. Definitely one of my stars of the game, along with Corpy and perhaps Michael Hage for that game-winning goal. But what a battle between these 2 incredible teams. And Michigan likely stays at number 8 in the AP polls.
I'm sure they'll drop a little bit, but the victors emerge victorious here tonight. Thank you for tuning into WCBN's production of Michigan hockey. For Jack Dolan, I'm Theo Shernoff signing off for the night. Good night. Go Blue.